Hey Vikings faithful, Skol Nation, are you ready to dive into the purple and gold hype? We're talking Minnesota Vikings, the 2025 season kickoff, and the electrifying debut of our new QB1, J.J. McCarthy. Picture this, Monday Night Football, Soldier Field, the Vikings staring down a 10-point deficit against the rival Bears. Sounds like a nail-biter, right? Well, buckle up, because we're breaking down a hypothetical thriller where McCarthy channels his inner warrior to lead a comeback for the ages. Let's dive into what could be the start of something legendary for our Vikings. Why does this matter? After a 14-3 season in 2024, the Vikings made a bold move, letting Pro Bowl QB Sam Darnold walk and handing the keys to a 22-year-old rookie who missed his entire first year with a knee injury. Risky? You bet. But if McCarthy can deliver in clutch moments, this could be the spark that lights up US Bank Stadium. So what's the buzz? Did JJ really flip the switch against Chicago? Let's unpack this epic scenario and sprinkle in the latest Vikings news to keep you in the loop. Ready to feel the Skol spirit? Let's go. Stick with me for 15 scenes of pure Vikings passion, from McCarthy's rocky start to a game-changing fourth quarter, plus the hottest updates from Vikings.com and beyond. Will JJ prove he's the future? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get this purple party started. Imagine the scene. Soldier Field is roaring, the Bears are up 10-6 at halftime, and our boy JJ McCarthy is struggling. The kid's got the weight of a Super Bowl contender on his shoulders, and it's showing. Through the first two quarters, he's only managed 13 completions out of 20 attempts for a modest 143 yards. Worse, he threw a pick-six in the third that had us all screaming at our TVs. Was this the right call? Handing the reins to a rookie who didn't play a single snap last year? But hold up, Vikings fans. Don't lose faith yet. Coach Kevin O'Connell pulls McCarthy aside at halftime, looks him dead in the eye, and says, "You are going to bring us back to win this game. Can you feel the chills?" O'Connell's belief in JJ is unwavering, and the team rallies around their young QB. The question is, can McCarthy shake off the nerves and deliver? What do you think? Does JJ have that clutch gene? Let me know in the comments. Here's where it gets juicy. The Vikings offense, which ranked 5th in passing yards last season, looks flat. 2 3-and-outs and that brutal interception have the Bears smelling blood. But this is the NFC North, where rivalries run deep, and our Vikings don't back down. Stay tuned, because the fourth quarter is about to change everything. Fast forward to the fourth quarter. McCarthy flips the switch. The kid who looked shaky for 3 quarters suddenly turns into a Viking warrior. He leads 3 straight scoring drives, starting with a laser of a touchdown pass to Justin Jefferson. Because, let's be real, JJ to JJ is a match made in Valhalla. The crowd at Soldier Field goes quiet as Minnesota claws back. Can you picture Jefferson hauling in that TD with his ice-cold swagger? The second drive? Another touchdown. This time a perfectly placed ball to TJ Hawkinson, who's back and ready to dominate in 2025. McCarthy's stat line is climbing, 143 yards, 3 total TDs, and a whole lot of heart. But it's not just the offense. The Vikings defense, led by Thor lookalike Andrew Van Ginkel and the disruptive Jonathan Greenid, is holding Chicago in check. Is this the stacked roster we've been hearing about? Tell me, Skol fans, are you hyped yet? The momentum's shifting, but the game's not over. The Bears, led by Caleb Williams, aren't going down without a fight. Williams started hot, going 10-for-10, but he's cooling off, completing just 11 of his next 25 passes. Can McCarthy outshine the number 1 pick from the 2024 draft? The stage is set for a rookie showdown. Let's see who comes out on top. Now, let's talk about the drive that sealed it. 3rd and 1 from the Bears' 14-yard line, under 3 minutes left, and the Vikings are clinging to a 3-point lead. McCarthy tucks the ball and bolts for the end zone on a designed run. Touchdown. The Vikings go up by 10, and Soldier Field is stunned silent. That's our QB1, Skol Nation. A 27-24 lead with time running out. Talk about clutch. This 5-minute, game-salting drive shows McCarthy's got more than just arm talent. He's got guts. The rookie finishes his first start with 143 yards, 3 touchdowns, and one pick six that we'll forgive for now. But let's be real. That fourth quarter was pure Viking magic. What's your favorite moment from this hypothetical comeback? Drop it below and let's relive the glory. Oh, and by the way, the latest from Vikings.com says JJ told ESPN's Lisa Salters postgame, "It's surreal." He admitted the team was figuring it out early but executed when it mattered most. That's the mentality we need in Minnesota. But can he keep this up against the NFL's toughest schedule? Let's keep the faith. Skol fans, let's zoom out for a second. Why did the Vikings take this gamble? After a 14-3 season, they let Sam Darnold, the 2024 Pro Bowler, sign with Seattle and bet on McCarthy, the youngest starting QB in the league. Risky? Sure. But as Axios reported, this roster is stacked, with Justin Jefferson, Aaron Jones, and a defense that's got Brian Flores' tricky schemes flummoxing opponents. McCarthy doesn't need to be Superman, just smart. The concern? The Vikings face one of the NFL's toughest schedules in 2025, and the NFC North sent 3 teams to the playoffs last year. Green Bay's got Micah Parsons now, and the Bears are no pushovers. Yet, as Josh Metellus told CBS Sports, this team is built to be quarterback-proof. Do you buy that? Can JJ lean on this roster to make a playoff run? Hit the comments with your take. Oh, and here's a hot update from Vikings.com. The Vikings might be without safety Harrison Smith and left tackle Christian Darrisaw for Week 1 due to injuries. That's a gut punch for our defense and O-line. How do you think this impacts McCarthy's debut? Let's discuss. Back to the game. McCarthy's fourth quarter heroics overshadowed a rough start. Through 3 quarters, the Vikings had just 6 points, with 2 field goals and a whole lot of frustration. That pick six in the third. Ouch. It had shades of last year's playoff loss to the Rams, where the offense scored just 9 points. But McCarthy's no Darnold. He's got that youthful fire, and he proved it when it counted. Compare that to Caleb Williams, who started like a superstar but fizzled out. Chicago's offense scored only 10 points after their opening TD drive, thanks to our defense stepping up. As CBSSports.com noted, McCarthy's ability to flip a switch is what makes him special. Do you think he's got the edge over Williams long-term? Let's hear your predictions. Here's the big picture. This game, if it plays out like this, shows McCarthy can handle pressure. But 1 quarter doesn't make a season. ESPN's power rankings have the Vikings between 7th and 16th to start 2025. Not exactly Super Bowl hype. Can JJ silence the doubters? Share your bold predictions below. Let's talk backup QB drama. Because Vikings news never sleeps. According to Newsweek, Sam Howell, our QB2, has been shaky in training camp, with slow decision-making raising red flags. The Vikings traded Howell to the Eagles and signed Carson Wentz as a replacement, per SI.com. Wentz, a Midwest native, could be a solid mentor for McCarthy. What do you think of this move? Then there's the buzz about Jameis Winston as a potential backup, as Sporting News suggests. With 24,225 career passing yards and a fiery personality, Winston could bring some serious energy to the locker room. But his turnover issues, 111 interceptions in 105 games, are a concern. Would you take a chance on Jameis or stick with Wentz? Let's debate in the comments. Oh, and one more update. Vikings.com reports the return of Adam Thielen in a trade with Carolina. The veteran receiver is back to reunite with Jefferson and Hockenson, adding more firepower to McCarthy's arsenal. How huge is this for our offense? Let's get hyped, Skol Nation. McCarthy's not just fighting for wins, he's fighting for respect. The Athletic reports that NFL pundits are sleeping on the Vikings, with many predicting they'll miss the playoffs. But with a top-tier coaching staff, Kevin O'Connell on offense, Brian Flores on defense, this team's got the tools to prove them wrong. Do you think the Vikings are being underrated? Sound off below. The health of this roster is another question mark. Axios notes that the Vikings have older players and injury-prone stars like Darrisaw and Smith. If they go down, McCarthy's job gets tougher. But as Vikings.com reported, Jalen Nailor's good to go at receiver, which is huge for our depth. Who's your unsung hero for 2025? Let me know. Let's not forget the context. Last year's 14-3 squad went cold in the clutch, scoring just 9 points in each of their final 2 games. McCarthy's fourth-quarter magic in this hypothetical Bears game shows he might be the answer to that problem. But can he do it consistently? That's the million-dollar question, Skol fans. As we wrap this up, let's dream big. If McCarthy can build on this comeback, the Vikings could be a dark horse in the NFC. VikingsTerritory.com says the team's aggressive offseason moves, like re-signing Brett Rippon as QB3, show they're all in for 2025. Are you buying the hype, or is it too early to call? Here's the bottom line. J.J. McCarthy's debut, real or imagined, has us fired up. Whether he's scrambling for TDs or leaning on Jefferson and Thielen, this kid's got potential. The Vikings are walking a tightrope with a rookie QB, but the roster and coaching are built for a deep run. What's your score prediction for the real Week 1 matchup against the Bears? Drop it below. Skol Nation, this is just the beginning. Smash that like button if you're hyped for J.J. McCarthy and the 2025 Vikings. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any Vikings news updates. Share this with your fellow fans, and let's keep the purple pride alive. Comment below. What's your bold take for the season? Skol Vikings.